I see a bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way.
Hey Moon Babes!
Hi you guys!
I'm Bree.
I'm Jackie.
And we're here today. We're just going to do a really quick video. This one isn't going to be super serious, but it's something that...
She said it's not going to be too serious. No. What's the title of the video?
Oh yeah! Duh! I was just speaking out loud. We're literally talking about not being so serious, and I wasn't meaning to. I'm just...
I thought you were
Our last
playing
video
into it.
was kind of a serious subject. No, I was not playing into it. I'm just being. But obviously, I have this newfound like oomph and excitement right now, and I'm trying to. We'll get into it, but I'm trying to de-stress. And we've just been talking a lot. We were watching some stuff that just kind of really hit home. And our last video was super serious, and we were watching it back and we were editing. And I was like, oh, dang. I even said in the beginning, like, hey, brace yourself. This is a really deep and kind of rough topic.
Yeah, a deep subject.
Yeah, so we just decided to do something a little more fun. In the spirit of being casual, we... didn't have time to go to the store, so we're reusing wine. I think we featured this before on a video.
We did.
It's Josh Rosé. It's a staple in my fridge, so that's what we got.
It's so good.
Yeah,
it's
cheers.
so good. Cheers.
Cheers.
The video, we titled it, Why So Serious? Because we've both been, not that it's, I mean, we're here to talk about deep stuff, but I think we both got to the point where we were just like, what if we just didn't care for a while? Like, not even not care, but, like, wouldn't it feel good just to, like, be carefree and relax?
Yeah.
Just relax.
Yeah, just relax for a little bit.
Yeah. So we're reusing wine.
Yeah, I know, rebels.
We're already almost glass in.
I'm glass in. I had a Red Bull today also, which for me is, I don't drink stuff like that. And yes, I know it's not healthy, but I just happened to stumble across this Red Bull at work, and I really needed some energy, and I love what's happening for me right now.
So what's so funny is, like, I have an energy drink probably every day because I'm healthy, but, like, yes,
really?
I have one every day. But what's funny is I saw it hit you.
It did.
When you're getting ready, and then you were like, let's go, it's go time, we're going.
I don't know what happened. I drank it like an hour ago, and it's just all of a sudden I'm sweating. Like, can you see? Like, I'm in a way right now.
You have a reason to be. I'm just sweaty. I'm just a sweaty pig. But yeah, I saw it kick in.
Anyways,
she like powers up.
My life, my energy is like skirt. Let's go. Healed, you are healed. Continue mission. I don't know. Ignore me. Anyways, we are here with our Josh wine. It's fall in Texas, and we are appropriately themed for fall, but it's really, really hot, and that's
it's really
typical.
hot today. Yeah, it swung back into hot today.
It's okay. I enjoy the sun. It gives me life, so...
Got the sweats going. But yeah, it's a pretty day. Yeah. It's a really nice day.
Yes, it's awesome. So, kind of like we've, just been about for the last couple minutes, we were talking about... I was actually kind of having, like, an anxiety meltdown, if I'm being completely honest, and it was a few days ago. And, I've mentioned before, I have all these big decisions that are looming right now in my life. And if I decide to buy a house and stay here permanently, if I feel like I should move and, go back where I came from, right? Because I'm getting a little bit homesick for the beach, and I'm really at, like, a pivotal point in my life, and I want to make sure that I make the right decision.
Right.
And it has just been causing a lot of stress, naturally, right?
A lot of big stuff, yeah.
Yeah, we were watching videos, and I was like, God, every single video I'm hinting back at my house dilemma, or if I move, or what I do with my job.
I'm still talking about this damn house.
I'm like, I'm just over even worrying about it, and you guys are probably sick of hearing about it, and I kind of got to a point where I'm like, all this stuff is impacting literally everything I do, and every day I wake up and it's stressful.
You wake up thinking about it.
And we're doing this video about how things are out of our control, and I'm like, this isn't even my control. It's not in my control at this point, so why am I stressing?
I think it even got to the point, I know from my side, but I think, because we were talking about it back and forth, it's just like, you kind of just get sick of it. Yeah. Like, it's like, why do I still care about this? Why am I still, like, revolving through this thought cycle. Like, I'm exhausted.
Yes, exactly. And when I say it's out of my control, there are some things that I realize you guys don't really have the backstory to that are out of my control before I can make these decisions, and I'm kind of just waiting on that to play out before. So it is in my hands, but right now it's not.
It's a waiting game.
So I just have to chill a little bit. I really do. And I had stumbled across some stuff. We were talking about this and talking about, hey, we need to reprogram our brains.
Yeah,
because
we did.
We have, we use each other like to talk back and forth and to give life coaching back and forth. And I just feel like we definitely were getting into some like, it was just the same thing over and over, and we're just both like, God, just frustrated, and what do we do now?
Is, like,
where do we go?
I feel like it was even the same day. It was even the same day, and I'm like,
maybe I had a Red Bull that day too. I don't know.
I'm like at work, and I'm like, I'm just tired. I forget, but it was like we were both just kind of like, I'm kind of done. Like, I'm tired of this. I'm just tired of it.
Excuse me.
And I feel like I tend to be, like, not that I'm not goofy or silly or whatever, but I do tend to be, like, I always joke I came out of the womb like a 60-year-old grandma. Like, I just tend to be serious. I tend to like deep, thoughtful things. Not that I can't, have a balance, but, like, sometimes it just gets old. Like, you just get tired of it. Like, what if I didn't do that?
It is heavier. And I think there are definitely some perks to being serious, right? Like, if you just went through your entire life not taking things seriously, I don't think you'd be motivated to have a good career. I don't think we would be nearly as successful. I don't know that you would have raised your family the same way that you're raising them now, right? Like, I am glad that I can be serious and have that drive.
Right. And be focused on that.
Yeah. But I think right now I just need a little bit of a break.
You know what, though? I almost feel like the end result is the same. And I think that's where I got tired of it. Is I'm like, I sitting here like, okay, let me just step by step and like my past traumas and my past patterns and like, like, I love all that stuff. We both love all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like, does it really matter sometimes? Does all this stuff matter sometimes?
Or it's not that it doesn't matter, but when you're so focused on all the problems you had and overcoming them, then all you're thinking about is problems. Even if they're past problems, and even if you're thinking about how to make it better, you're thinking about a very serious subject all the freaking time. Yes. And that is exhausting. Like, I got pimples, and I've been blaming them on wearing masks for COVID, and I'm like, part of this is stress. It's not all the mask's fault. I don't know. I was having a really low, not really low, but definitely just a moment where I just wasn't feeling it, and I just, everything had built up, and I finally, I was thinking back on our last video about relinquishing control, and I finally just was like, okay, all right, it's going to happen how it's going to happen, and I'm not going to die, right? It's going to work out, and it's going to work out the way that the universe is intending it work out for me, so I just need to chill. At this point, I can't do anything else.
Chill.
And I was on YouTube, and I was just binge watching random stuff, right? And you know how your YouTube suggests all these things.
Hallelujah, yes.
You can end up in a really bizarre place because you're just like, this leads to this, leads to this, leads to this, and all of a sudden, I am a little bit afraid of what I'm watching, or,
You end up on the dark web.
Yeah. She's over here like, oh my God. Okay, real talk, I don't know how to get to the dark web. Okay, and in my head, it's like this, like, I don't know. It's terrifying.
Oh my
And when people
gosh.
say dark web or deep web, that's even worse. And I'm like, how do you get there?
How do you get to it?
And how do you get out? I don't know.
How do you get out? Once you're in, you're in.
I don't know.
You're never getting out.
Just like, I feel like I would be in. Like, if I ever saw something really bad, like somehow can you just stumble across the dark web?
I think you have to purposefully get in, but I don't think either of us should see that, because you know those things that get stuck in your head and you can't ever get it out.
Yeah. No,
I'm not a dark web kind of gal.
No, me either.
I'm good. Like, I feel like I'm pretty edgy, but like, I'm good without the dark web.
Yeah, I feel like we can find like dark enough stuff on the light web, right? Like, we're just at the medium web.
You're like,
that's
gets
as
darker.
far down as I go is the medium web.
It gets darker.
The whole point of this is to be lighter and be less serious. So my YouTube was suggesting things to me, and And it sounds so dumb, so just bear with me. But I watched an interview with Pamela Anderson. Don't spit out your wine. I know it's not. Okay. Pamela Anderson, right? Everybody's like, oh, what, the girl from
We
Playboy.
have our perception of her.
Right,
Yeah.
sure. And I just happened to watch this 60 Minutes interview with her. And
Love 60 Minutes, by the way. Oh my gosh.
My gosh. It's like this video hit me at the exact right moment.
Aww.
It was seriously, one, she's extremely intelligent. Like, way more intelligent than I ever would have assumed, and way more intelligent than I think most people would assume of her. And she was living in southern France. She moved out there because the guy that she was dating, right? So she's living in this tiny little town, and she's doing this interview.
That's just a dream.
Well, yes, of course. And we don't all have Pamela Anderson's money, but she was really just... So she's a big animal rights activist, and she was spending all her time talking to, like, small towns around southern France, trying to petition to get them to stop their famous circus from coming through town because they treat the animals badly. Mm-hmm. That's what her project was at that point in her life, and she had so much purpose with it. But at the same time, she was just living, and she was out walking her dog, and she's just in this little town getting to know people as she's doing the interview. And she's talking about, like, she orders wine for the interviewer, and he's like, I can't, I'm working. And she's basically just like, dude, you gotta just drink the wine and live your life, right? Like, life is too short not to drink wine. Life is too short not to be happy. And before you know it, he's having fun, and he's like, another glass of rosé down. And they're just loving it, and they walk along the beach. She's walking her dog, and she's in a dress because it's Pam Anderson, right? And she's like, oh, I gotta go in. And she just runs into the water. And I'm like, it was really profound for some reason. I know that sounds dumb,
like
and it sounds
mindset.
ditzy.
Seeing
but
that mindset.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, of course, then I continue, and I'm watching I'm binging Pam. It came to me at the right time, and I'm watching these interviews with her, and she's such a entrepreneur. Like, she tries all these different things, whatever's going to make her happy at that moment. And she just
goes for it.
Yeah, she has this life philosophy where she's like, I'm just not going to stress. Like, I'm just going to enjoy the day. Today's going to be a really good day. Regardless of what happens, it's going to be great. And she laughs, and it's like
amazing.
Infectious. Like, I want to go hang out with Pam Anderson for therapy.
I feel like that was something that hit you very... very much in not just like what you're going through, but when you see it and you're like, wow, Christ.
It doesn't even matter. Anyways, I'm kind of going on a tangent, but it just was really powerful seeing her like zest for life and her spontaneity. So it had a major impact on me, and I feel like
love that.
You could see it because I was texting you and you were like, yeah, and we're just like, yeah, feeding off each other.
I feel like it's that same vibe. So like I had mentioned that picture of like, Bob Marley sat back talking about like Run It.
Listen to this.
It's like, it's not about like whether you're being deep or whether you're thinking through all of the like spider web of things that are playing into this. It's almost really just stepping back and saying like, it's okay. Like, I'm going to feel good right now. Because what's going to happen is going to happen. Yeah. And I want to go in. What'd she say? I have to go in.
I gotta go in. Oh my gosh, I gotta go in. And she just jumped in the ocean in her regular clothes on interview with a guy standing there on the beach holding her dog like...
That's all her dog.
But it's so awesome. You want to catch that vibe. That energy, and I feel like I used to be like that. I feel like I was very spontaneous. I don't know if you ever played that game when you were a kid where you had to like go around the room and you had to assign yourself. Is it an adjective or an adverb? Like if you're jumping Jackie.
Oh, that's a...
Joyous Jackie. You know how we talked about I went to college?
I pride myself on like knowing stuff. I don't know that shit.
Okay, anyways, you would go around the room, and to get to know each other, you would associate people with some
It's like
sort
an adjective, some descriptive.
So, yeah,
something.
for example, she would be like Joyous Jackie, right? Mm-hmm. Something like that. And I was always bubbly Brie. Always. Because I was so, like, I had that zest for life. Then, as you grow up, shit happens to you. Bad shit happens to you. And then, honestly, just life. And like, I work in management, and it is a very serious role, and I have a lot of responsibility. And I feel like over the years, I've really lost a lot of that zest because I spend so much time at work, and because I have to be so serious at work. I think it just all, like, for so long I was in this mindset of thinking, and it's hard to get out of it, and it just feels like normal after a while.
I think that's very true. I think it's as your not your innocence, but kind of as that is reformed. I mean, you lose a lot of those, or they just get too heavy. It's not that they're not there. It's just that they're harder to access, or you have to purposefully force yourself to allow it to come back. Well, we were talking like reprogram your brain. Like it's been being programmed to these things, so why can't you be more purposeful? And then eventually it's just...
Yeah, absolutely.
I need to chill. I have no chill. And so
guys,
I need to learn how to chill out.
Chill. You guys need to chill. We need to chill. You gotta chill. You gotta chill. You gotta chill. Everybody take their freaking chill pills or grab a glass of wine. But I promise you, and I'm not on drugs. I know I seem very. This is a combination of caffeine and though like. I have felt really good the last few days. Yeah. It's amazing the difference that I see in myself by just being like, you know what? I'm going to be very intentional in changing my thought process.
Yes, I've made an effort to, I am highly sensitive to everything, and I think it was almost just giving myself a license to be like, no.
Yes.
Like, I don't care about that. I don't have to fucking care about it.
Yeah.
You don't have to care about it. And it's not in a, it's not in like, oh, no fucks given. Like, I don't care. I don't give a shit.
No.
It's just, you can relax. Just take a breath. Relax. Like, let who you are rise to the surface. That's what I feel like it is.
I was getting to the point, I think I mentioned before that I'm really big on traveling. I've been to, God, I don't even know how many countries. I've been everywhere, and I've put a lot of time and money and effort into traveling over the last few years of my life. And it has gotten to the point where even on those vacations that I would go on, I wasn't relaxed. And I would say, I can't wait to get away and relax, right? Like, oh my God, thank God, my busy season is over, and I'm going to go take a whole month away. And my friends would be like, oh, you're going to come back a completely different person. You're going to have all these life realizations. And I'm like, yeah. And then I would go and I would not relax. Even on vacation, I would be stressed. Even on vacation, I would check emails. Even on vacation, I would think about the most serious and deepest aspects of myself and how do I better them and just analyze the shit out of everything.
Like, why do we do that to ourselves?
I just want my brain to turn off.
Why do we do that? That's how I feel too. But I think even if, like, let's say, I mean, the core responsibilities that you have, like, I feel like my life is full of a lot of responsibilities, a lot of them family, a lot of them things like I've chosen and things I want to do, I'm passionate about, but there are things that you have to do is feeling like that stress. But I think you can still do those things and pull back, and like if you're doing them anyways, don't stress about it.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
It's going to be totally fine, and you're going to feel so much better if you're purposefully saying, like, once you feel it start and you feel that, like, stressed out feeling and, like, God, like, you're sweating and, like, you just...
Not from the Texas heat.
Not from the Texas heat, not from the sun, but, like, stop yourself and just say, like, it's fine. This is going to be great no matter what.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it
or
even.
Be serious when you need to be serious, but like you said, remove, right? Like I don't think anybody can just completely get rid of all their drive or be like, oh, fuck this, right? But I do think I should be able to have a decent balance of being serious, like while I'm at work, for example.
Yes.
And really relaxing when I'm done at the end of the day. And
like flip the switch. I think
it would be God, everyone would feel so much better if they were able to do this.
Yeah.
Right now with everything going on, I feel, I have an iPhone, so I swipe to the right every day and the news stories pop up.
You see the feed, yeah.
Oh my Lord. If you live in America and you're watching this, you know everything that's happening right now. We're about to have an election and COVID and just between it all, it is the most serious, stressful, and it's like I get off work and then I come home and I swipe on my phone and I'm reading this stuff. I just never really relax.
Yes, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
It needs to happen. We have got to just put it out of our head.
Yes.
But put it out of your head. It's time to just, if that means go take a bath, right? Before you go to sleep. Like, even just a little bit of me time. But I think it's hard. It's hard to reprogram your brain.
I think when you were talking about swiping, a lot of times, like, you'll wake up And even if you're not instantly getting on your, like, I have a tendency, I want to check the weather, and then I swipe, and you see those stories. It's changing even that habit, because when you were saying that, I was like, I don't like seeing that when I first wake up. So just, like, don't do it.
It starts the day off in that vibe, right? Like,
maybe instead, like, I'm thinking, instead of looking at that.
I just burped you. I'm sorry.
Oh my. She said that one's gonna smell. It doesn't. I don't know if we're hearing that. It doesn't. But even, like, just kissing my baby good morning, and then go make coffee and look at the sunrise.
Yes.
Before ever looking at your phone.
And realize that the day is good.
Oh.
Like, the day is good. It's a beautiful freaking day out. Even when it's not a beautiful day, you're here. You're here experiencing life, and so many people aren't. Van Halen died today.
What?
I'm sorry. I just found that out right before I came here, and I was super upset about it, right? Eddie Van Halen died. Cheers to Eddie Van Halen. We digress for... You're so blessed to be here. There are people dying, whether it's from COVID or whether they're old age or cancer, right? Or whatever it might be. People are dying all the time. And they died the day before and did not get to wake up in the morning, but we did, right? Like, it is worth realizing, wow, it is great to be here today. Regardless of what the day throws at me, I'm breathing, I'm living, like, there is something to be thankful for.
Or even if you're waking up and you can't summon some of those feelings, I feel like being able to say, you are waking up as, like, the unique person who ended up here on earth to be you for your purpose. Aww. Like, you, even if it's like, because I feel you, there are some mornings where it's hard to put your feet on the floor to get up, but like there is literally nobody else out here thinking your same thoughts, living your same life. And so even if it feels overwhelming, you are here for your purpose, even when you feel overwhelmed.
And you are in control of your thoughts and how you handle that. Yeah. So if you watch our last video on control and we're like, do we really have control over things? Right. Or is it just meant to be like that? You are in control of your thoughts, that's for sure. Yes. Whether you're in control of picking this life or whether you're in control, like I'm out of control, right, with certain decisions in my life right now. But you are certainly in control of how you think and process things. Right. And it's so much easier said than done because I feel like I've been in a very serious mindset for probably a couple years. I feel like it's been since I've gotten out of that. I was just thinking, and I was trying not to laugh, but
oh my gosh,
all these when I'm swiping right and I see all these news stories. And we're in the middle of all the debates for the election and stuff like that. And everyone's like, oh, so-and-so was clearly on coke last night. Like, so-and-so was on coke. Have you seen that?
I don't watch it.
Because they're sweating and they're passionate and they're yelling back and forth. But that's how I feel. And please don't think that I'm on coke. I promise I'm not. But I really am I am passionate about this right now. Yeah. Like, I feel great, and I want everyone else to be able to feel great, and I'm happy to share that with you guys. Like,
we literally hit this moment at, like, the same, we're not making this up for this. Like, we literally were like, I forget even how it started, but I'm looking at this thing, and I'm like, yes, like I'm thinking that's what happened to me this morning, and I was like, my chess piece says we have only today, and like I was just telling my kids that this morning, and we were talking about it, and blah 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 blah. Like it just kind of hit us. I feel like at the same moment. The world could end
tomorrow, so enjoy it. Yeah. No, it's just really good. I'm sorry if I am like screaming at the phone or if I'm sweaty and like clearly all over the place.
Sweaty for sure. I don't know anything else, but I'm definitely sweaty. I know that for sure.
It's out of your control.
Yes.
Anyways, I just wanted to be able to share that with you. If you guys have stuck with us, thank you so much. And just, I don't know, make an effort to go home tonight or where, if you're at home right now, just even take 5 minutes to try to reprogram your brain and be like, you know what? Deep breath. Yes. I am going to look at this more positively. I feel like we say positively and we say it so much that it kind of just becomes white noise and it just becomes like blah, like mundane, like it's just this word that's thrown around. But here I am actually really feeling it. And it feels really good.
It feels really good.
Yeah.
And not to minimize, if you are, you know, you were saying you can control your thoughts. If you really, really feel like you can't right now, I will say one thing that I find to be really helpful. Dog fight.
The dogs are playing. Ignore it.
Is even if you can close your eyes and you can count to 5, breathe in, count to 5, breathe out, count to 5, and do that until that's all you're thinking about, and then you can feel more in control of that.
Yeah.
So not to minimize, like, even if you can't feel this same, like, big, great feeling and, like, this change of, like, demeanor.
If you don't think you're like Brie or Pamela right now,
You're not feeling like jumping into the ocean, you can at least control that.
Yeah. But
And we get that too.
yeah,
We get that too.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for sticking with
Yes,
us.
thank you.
Go be positive today. Go be positive this week. Like and subscribe down below.
And
if
let
you
us know in
could.
the comments like what you're going through. If you feel like you're gonna try to give it a go, take the reins on your brain.
Yeah, okay, I like that. Take the reins on your brain. I feel like that we could like do a rap to that. Right now I could, because I could do anything.
I feel like you could fly.
I'm way up here already. Anyways, thank you guys so much. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you next time.
Bye, Moon Babes.
Bye, Moon Babes.
Don't go around tonight. It's bound to take your life. There's a bad moon on the rise.